Welcome back to another episode of All Access with the Profs, live from Bozorth Hall. I'm Kyle Hoos.
And I'm Lloyd Wilson. We got a lot to get to today. A lot of Rowan athletes making the NJAC, award accolades, rather.
Yeah.
Banner talk. We're going to be talking about a lot of pro sports later, and there's a lot to get into today.
Rowan baseball, Rowan softball, track and field, got a little pro sports later. We got a good show today.
You just gave a great list, and hopefully we can get all of our thoughts out today.
We definitely will.
So first off, we're going to start with softball. 18th ranked Rowan pounded out double-digit hits in both games of the NJAC doubleheader at Rutgers Camden on Tuesday, winning Game 1 12-0 and the second 14-1. Brianna Bryant doubled twice and drove in 3 runs in the first game of the doubleheader. Liz McCaffrey had 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, and the pitcher Emily August fired a 2-hit shutout. The Profs scored 5 runs in the third, where McCaffrey's 2-run single would help them lead the way. In the fourth, Gianna Lamorhez delivered a 2-run pinch hit single as part of the 3-run frame. Bryant came through in the fifth with a 2-out bases loaded clearing double to make it 12-0. In Game 2, the Profs went crazy with 13 hits and took advantage of 8 Scarlet Raptor walks. Morgan Zane got the offense rolling, going 2 for 2 with the walk, 3 runs and 3 RBIs. The senior hit the team-leading 6th home run on the season, this time the sole shot in the fourth. McCaffrey stayed hot at the plate, going 3 for 3 and scored twice. Kat Thomas also drove in 3 runs, while Corey Haig, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, and Bryant, 2 for 3, 2 runs, had a multi-hit game. The Profs returned home to take on Rutgers Newark in the NJAC Twin Bill this Saturday starting at 1 p.m.
Rowan's men's outdoor track and field, women's outdoor track and field, baseball, and softball teams remain in the national ranks announced this week. The Profs men's outdoor track and field team moves up to the number 2 spot in Division III in the U.S. Track and Field Cross Country Coaches Association national poll as well. The team is still number 1 in the metro region. The women's squad fell 3 places to 22 nationally and the 1 spot number 2 in the metro region. Both outdoor track and field teams will see action at Temple University Invitational on Friday. Then they head down to Stockton for the Osprey Open on Saturday.
The New Jersey Athletic Conference announced the Players of the Week, which features 7 Rowan student athletes among the weekly accolades. In softball, Emily August was named the NJAC Pitcher of the Week, with teammate Riley Lutz selected as the NJAC Rookie Pitcher of the Week. For baseball, Ryan Murphy was awarded with the NJAC Player of the Week, with Eli Attia chosen with the NJAC Pitcher of the Week. Molly Green was cited as the NJAC Women's Lacrosse Rookie of the Week and Women's Outdoor Track and Field. Navia Just took home the NJAC Women's Track Athlete of the Week. On the men's side, Trayshawn Stevenson captured the NJAC Men's Track Athlete of the Week as well.
Trailing 10-6 heading into the 9th, the number 7 ranked Rowan baseball team needed a big rally, and that's what it got, as the Profs scored 8 runs in their halves of the inning and pulled off a 14-10 win over William Patterson to earn a doubleheader opener in the NJAC opener. Rowan captured the first game 16-0 as left-hander Eli Attia went the distance, scattering 5 hits and striking out a personal best 11 batters while recording the first shutout and complete game of his career. Rowan is back at home for a pair this week, hosting Penn State Abington on Tuesday, April 5th, and NJCU on Friday, April 8th. The Profs will be at the NJCU on Thursday and will visit Montclair State on Saturday for a doubleheader.
Shannon Sterner scored the game-winning goal in overtime as Rowan held off a 17-6 win over Cabrini in women's lacrosse action yesterday. It was Sterner's career-high 4th goal of the contest. Cabrini's Dana Carlson scored 2 goals in the final 34 seconds, including one at the buzzer to send the game into an extra period. Molly Green won the draw control for the Profs at the start of the extra period, and Sterner ended the game by scoring at 5-11. The Profs rattled off 4 straight of the start of the second to take the biggest lead of the game 8-3. Aaron Renshaw tallied 2 in the stretch, with Ashley Letchler and Sterner adding 1 apiece. But Cabrini added 4 to the next 5 goals, surrounding a score from Elise Cohen to pull within 9-7 at half. Cohen started the scoring with the second half, while Sterner added a free position goal. Cabrini would eventually tie the game with a score at 11 apiece. Green and Juliana Corson scored 29 seconds apart to give Rowan a 13-11 lead. Renshaw and Kretra helped build the Profs' lead to 15-12 in the 4th quarter. After another 2 Cabrini goals, Letchletter scored a man-down goal with 46 seconds that appeared to seal the win, but Carlson came through with a pair of goals to force OT. So that'll do it for our stories. When we come back, you're going to hear from my man, Nick Earnshaw. We got banter, got pro sports talk coming in right after this short break.
And I can't change, even if I try. Even if I wanted to. My love, she keeps me warm. 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 She keeps me warm.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Love is kind. Love is patient.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Welcome back to All Access with the Profs. I'm Nick Earnshaw with your news around the world of sports. After less than 14 months after a brutal car accident in which the car went airborne when Tiger Woods was driving over 80 miles an hour in Southern California, he finds himself back on the golf course at one of the most prestigious golf courses in the world and tournaments at Augusta National for the Masters. Tiger is no rookie when it comes to comebacks. After a long drought of not winning a major title, Tiger shocked the world in 2019, winning his fifth Masters title. He looks to bounce back once again in early 2022 after nearly losing his leg in the car accident less than a year ago. Tiger opened the tournament shooting a 1-under 71 in round one yesterday, Thursday, in the Masters. That will continue over through the weekend. To the hardwood and the National Basketball Association, the Los Angeles Lakers have been bounced from playoff contention after falling to the Phoenix Suns this past Tuesday, 121-110. It's a disappointing finish for the Lakers as they were preseason favorites right behind the Brooklyn Nets and were favorites in their own conference, the Western Conference. That came after trading Russell Westbrook, signing like aging stars like Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, and pairing them alongside Anthony Davis. This has been a disappointing year for the Lakers. A lot of changes could be coming the Lakers' way this offseason. From the hardwood to the diamond, or should I say the clubhouse. After a super successful season and a World Series championship for the Atlanta Braves, it reportedly was not a perfect locker room for injured Brave star Ronald Acuna. Acuna made a comment in an interview saying there's, quote, nothing that he would miss about Freddie Freeman leaving for the Dodgers. In an interview, Acuna said the two had a lot of clashes. Freeman told MLB Network just a few days ago he was just enforcing organizational rules for young players. He mentioned he never viewed any of their actions as having friction or having any clashes. Aside from all the drama, happy opening day. Opening day is upon us with the Major League Baseball season starting yesterday, April 7th. Today, the home team, the Philadelphia Phillies, will open their season at 3:05 against the Oakland Athletics. That's all the news we have for you in the world of sports. We'll be right back after a short break with more All Access here on All Access.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
I see it, I see it.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
I'm like a little far.
Go. Welcome back to All Access with the Profs. It's time for one of our favorite segments. We got Posterizers again. Everyone loves it. We love it. Got some crazy dunks coming up all around the world of basketball. We just had March Madness. We just had, NBA still cooking. It's going to be great. So I got Odell reincarnated on the courts. We got David McCormick with the one-handed snag, slams it down. He looked like vintage Odell out there. The defender had no chance against him. This is why Villanova couldn't beat the March Madness champs, Kansas, and it was just filthy. He snagged it off the court, brought it down, and just slammed it down. I don't care what you guys have. There's no way I'm losing vintage Odell on the basketball court.
All right, I can't argue. March Madness is the best. But, Kyle, let's take things to Houston, where Sacramento Kings guard, they were taking on the Houston Rockets. Rookie guard Davion Mitchell, well, he slams it down over two Rockets defenders. Mitchell, off the pick and roll, just goes airborne for the dunk. There's absolutely no way that can be topped. And Lloyd, I don't know if you could beat that because Davion Mitchell, he was just going crazy. He went airborne like Michael Jordan.
Well, I got to say, so we're going to stay definitely in Houston. Right. So look at this. Deshaun Nix dimes up my man Christopher. Christopher goes up, and if you look closely, it looks like he's levitating. I mean, by Dua Lipa. I mean, I'm only going to make those. So he's levitating up in the air and just dunks over his defender. And I think Okagi, I mean, he's a great defender for the Timberwolves. They're actually having a really good season, but Christopher just goes airborne and then pops his man over the head. So I'm my guess, hey, don't jump and it won't happen to you. So Kyle, personally, I want to go with his.
Yeah, that's what
I do like his.
Because March Madness, it's rare that you get
back here than the slam.
I did like his. And I won March Madness a few weeks ago, too. I mean, how can you not go to March Madness?
It's clear that.
And when you get dunked on as a college kid, you got to go back home to that.
Yeah. And they lost to Kansas.
You got to show up to class.
That video's out there.
I feel bad he's sitting in chemistry while he's just getting dunked on. But anyway, unfortunate. We got some other topics to talk about. We have Rowan Spring Sports. Looks like they're doing pretty well. We got baseball, we got softball, track and field's cooking. Let's hear it.
Listen, baseball, they've done really well. They've had a couple of games missed now due to weather, but they'll get right back on track. Eli Atia, winning Players of the Week, winning awards. When you have players like that, they're going to be able to go far once again. Their pitching staff has been phenomenal. The hitting has been great. And then softball team, they've just been mashing the softball. Unbelievable. Awesome. They've been putting up runs over the past few weeks. Last Saturday, they put up a lot of runs. This past Tuesday against Rutgers Camden, they put over 10 runs in both games. They've all been playing well. And the track and field, I got to talk to Marquise Young. He's having a phenomenal season. He's been hurdling like crazy in the 110 meters. He's breaking records. They're winning championships. It's been fun for Rowan this year.
Yeah, I'm loving lacrosse. Let's hear it, Lloyd.
So from Rowan's perspective on for track, they have been bringing awards to the school for the past like almost 2-3 years now, the time that we've been here. And going back to baseball, rather softball, I can't not talk about the amazing pitching from Emily August, senior. She's just been phenomenal all season. Got a ton of NJAC awards last year, continue to do it this year. And then also getting help from girls that, was hitting dingers all last season. Got girls like Morgan Zane, even Corey Haig that we talked about a little bit today. And you're continuing to bring in the runs, and you have the great defense that you have on the back end, as well as great pitching on the mound. It's hard to beat the team.
I'm proud of these Rowan spring sports because I feel like their depth players really make an impact. Obviously, every team's going to have their stars. They're going to have their best pitching or hitters or depending on the sport. But I feel like the Rowan depth here, you got playmakers all over the surrounding roster. So kind of moving on to roster and depth, we got March Madness. I won my bracket. I had Kansas going all the way, and I won my bracket.
Shoosh.
What did you guys pick?
I didn't win mine at all. I was obviously thinking like Duke and UNC. I think those were like the two because, my father's a huge UNC fan. They went far. Yeah. And then Duke, I feel like with them, they were having a shaky year in the respect of
Coach K.
Yeah, Coach K. But then also, when you look at the team, I only knew really one person, and that was, I call him Panchero because it's down the street. Nick knows why. But Panchero, I feel like he was the only person that we were really watching all season.
Right.
The guard play from them was still phenomenal, still solid, but he was only really the one scoring option. And then looking at UNC, Caleb Love, who had a horrific shooting night the day that they lost against Duke, but they found a way to win. And then obviously Kansas. It was just like those are the two guards, him and RJ Love. I'm trying to remember the name, RJ Davis, I believe. That was really the only guard play that they have. So, listen, Kansas ended up winning because they had size and guard plays. That's all I say.
Listen, my bracket was awful from the jump. Awful. I mean, St. Peter's, that was a great story throughout the entirety. Yeah, the entirety of March Madness. Having them go as far as they did, that was really cool. Villanova made it to the Final Four, if you want to bring it back local here. They get back to another big Final Four for them. But, Kansas, they just could not be stopped. They got hot at the right time. They continued to play well all season. And coming back again and winning, just seeing Kansas win, I think it's been a little while. I believe before 2010 was the last time they won.
NCAA championship.
They're back on top, and they're one of the top programs in the country. So to see them back on top doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's interesting having the highest comeback point percentage in March Madness.
Unbelievable.
They were down 15. They came back from 15. Yeah, it's crazy.
And then I feel like, just a quick note, I feel like Jay Wright needs a little bit more respect. I feel like he's always taken Villanova all the way.
Yep.
Great coach. I feel like they just get overshadowed.
Right.
But overshadowed. Now we can talk about MVP candidates. What's your early hot take prediction?
For me,
I bet you stay in the city of brotherly love.
I am staying in the city of brotherly love. We're going to stay for Major League Baseball. At least we have baseball back, so happy opening day.
Happy opening day.
I mean, let's get it. So the Phillies will take on Oakland today, but for the MVP awards this year, you have to go. I have to go Mike Trout in the American League. I have to go Mike Trout. He's coming off the injury. Shohei Ohtani, his teammate, won it last year. I think Trout comes back, has another big year. And then the other star, two of the greatest stars of our generation, Bryce Harper's going back-to-back. He's winning his second straight MVP. That's what's happening.
I got to hear from you, Lloyd. What are you saying? I got my opinions, bro. What do you got?
Oh, man, this is a shaky one. Unfortunately, can I go with his pick?
Well,
I don't want to go with his pick, but I'll go with his pick.
Well, here, I can agree this way is I did have Harper going back-to-back.
Right.
I think it's strong. Bring a great leader presence to the Phillies. They just went into free agency, lined up the Brink trucks, and they're paying those guys. But I think he's really making an impact. And then Ohtani.
Run it back again?
Just double. I'm back with it. I think they did a great job last year. I think both teams are set up for them to come back even stronger. I mean, a lot of games to play. I'm sure, there's other guys out there that are going to be making a strong push, but bring it back. Roll it back.
I would even say this. Mookie Betts for the Dodgers. He's got a shot. You also have Fernando Tatis on the Padres. They have a really good team there. So I think there's going to be a lot of candidates. Tatis almost won it last year. You also have Juan Soto. You have Juan Soto down in Washington. He could also win it too.
The Nats could be cooking.
Yeah, the Nats, they'll be there. The NL East is going to be very good. You have the Braves as well. The Phillies, they'll come back this year. The Mets, we'll see. We'll see with the Mets. I don't know about the Mets. I don't know about the Mets, but listen, I think it's going to be a fun year for baseball. Thank goodness we have it back.
Well, it's great to say happy opening day. We're looking forward to more baseball, but that is all we have today for All Access. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.